We got that time.
Yeah.
So we're going for 1935.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1930 works.
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone.
Wait.
That's okay. I needed to make sure my phone was silenced anyway.
So there's something that I need to happen from now on,
Oh, yeah.
and that is you don't immediately start talking.
Oh, okay. Good. Because
it's just so jarring. I
Got
don't
it.
have any wiggle room.
got it. That's fair. Good
And
call.
I really just want the right
Good
silent
call.
moment to pull it in.
Good call.
Hey,
All right.
all of this has to stay in before the.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Patch Notes, Season 4, Episode 2. Wolf Clock, you're perfect.
Thanks.
Vindi, you're pretty good yourself. Dare I say perfect. I am Spinozone. We are in Season 4 of our award-winning podcast. Yes, we judged the awards ourselves, but we were pretty fair with other submissions. It's not our fault that we outcompeted them in every.
I mean, we're doing what we love and what we wish we could watch.
Exactly. I wish
Shout
I
out
could
to the
watch this.
runner-up, Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
so close.
he was close. It's just like his average guest success was lower than our average guest success. It wasn't multitude; it was like general quality, and he has some funky ones.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, he repeats his guests way more than we do, and that's just it gets a little.
We'll get there.
brutal.
We'll get there.
Yeah, we will. He'll get to our level too someday. So. As is frequent, I'm just wanting to check in on what we've been playing lately. I've really been a one-trick pony these last 2 weeks. I've just been playing TFT.
Same.
Yeah.
I've been playing a little more than TFT, but also lots of TFT.
You have
The
always
set's
been a
almost
more
over,
well-rounded
so you just
gamer.
you gotta get it.
Yeah, and David was telling me about the PBE.
Yeah,
Is now starting up the new
next
act.
Wednesday,
Yeah.
the 19th. It's going to be hot. I was just telling.
Two timers. It'll take 3 or 4 hours to get a login. Let's go.
Yeah,
I probably won't be logging in Wednesday because we got Titletown that Wednesday, but
That's right.
that's fair. I will
Thursday I'll be
definitely.
in. Thursday.
I will be
Maybe Friday.
hard hitting the PBE. All you need are a few games to just be out ahead of the randos you get paired with in your lobbies who are like getting set up. Yeah.
So
on first game.
do you guys end up just dabbling in the PBE? Because I haven't done a PBE.
Depends on my stage in life. I mean, there have been a couple of times where I've gone like finished the battle pass twice over in
in
PBE.
the PBE?
Yeah.
So they have a separate battle pass?
Well, PBE is a replica, but you have unlimited RP. So, like, if you want to try Faker's $200 skin out to see if it's actually worth buying, you just do it in the PBE.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
So you
fun.
can you roll the treasure thing
Unlimited.
or whatever?
Yeah. You can do whatever you want.
That
Well,
sounds
it's PBE.
awesome.
You can do whatever you want.
That's crazy.
So,
Yeah, so it is kind of fun to log into my PBE account and be like, I do have cosmetics for days. That is a joy. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I've only seen like a tiny bit about the new set, but I like
I've
the
seen
new.
absolutely nothing.
What's the theme, or are we supposed to be
It's
surprised?
It's cybernetic.
Yeah, it's cybernetic. I know of one mechanism, which I can't remember like the official thing they're calling it, but it's like on some shop rolls you will see 3 of a unit in the shop. Like this 3 of the same unit, and that is an indication that you're going to get even more of that unit in future shops.
That's a meme.
You fell for propaganda.
Oh, that was
That was a
propaganda?
meme.
Damn.
Yeah,
I fell for fake news.
It was
Fake news,
It
damn.
was a joke meme.
Damn.
Because of Card Wave that's coming in from China.
Yes, yes. Okay, yeah.
Oh, so it's in a different game? Or like it's a
No,
meme?
no,
Oh, that's
it's
just
a-
the same meme from a...
It's a Chinese meme essentially. Yeah.
Called Card Wave.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's necessarily a meme.
Oh, that's what you were talking about.
There are a
Yeah.
lot of Chinese players that consider it a technique.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully I also got
That was
memed on that.
only they changed the mechanic where you couldn't keep rolling the same units over and over again. After like set 5 or set 6.
Oh.
Yeah. So like it will force you to not see certain units after
If
like,
you re-roll in the same round.
if you see like 3 of the same unit after like 5 rolls, you can't see it again on your 6th. But then it resets really quick. But it was made because like there were some crazy videos where it wasn't computers do a very bad job at randomizing things. I don't know if you guys know this, but yeah. So like the formula they were using was actually like not doing a good job at randomizing what you were seeing.
I see.
So they tweaked it and stuff. So that's why like card waving is kind of a meme, even though China's like trying to pretend like it is, because it's literally coded not to happen.
I see.
So unless it's like a bug, and it is only happening in China.
Well, the original thought behind it is that if you're seeing like a unit that pops up frequently, that's because that unit is not in your opponent's shops. And so because of that, you have a higher probability of getting it. But if they actually have logic in the system that stops that from happening artificially, then it would be a pretty terrible technique to go for.
Yeah.
Maybe they have like secret channels to Mort Dog.
Yeah.
Mort Dog did tweet something. Maybe this was also fake news. Did you see his tweet about Rammus? He said, "I'm not going to spoil much, but I am going to say that Rammus is absolutely not in this set. I made the mistake once.
That's
never
so crazy.
again. No Rammus
What?
ever."
So Rammus has only been in one set,
In TFT?
and it was like set 11.
Yeah, it was when Threat was a thing.
Yeah, Threat.
He wasn't even a good Threat. He was like level. I mean, I guess he's
was
like a
the armor
reroll.
Why does
Threat.
everyone like Ramus then?
No, it's just a meme
That-
because he just never made it in.
Okay.
They put him in one time, and it was like not a very good unit. So
they
now
never
Mort
put
Dog's
him
like, I'm never putting Rammus into the game.
It's funny.
Fun League of Legends fact. Do you guys know the whole thing with Volibear and Zillion?
I know Volley Bear was Shimmer Scale, and I absolutely loved running him, and that's it.
So on Summoner's Rift, Volibear, the guy who created Volibear and the guy who created Zillion did not like each other in real life.
Really?
And they kind of had like a little bit of a grudge thing. Volibear had some special interaction quote whenever Zillion would come onto the Rift. And Zillion's was like, what is a bear doing in League of Legends? Like, it was just like fourth wall break.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, exactly. And Volibear would gain one more movement speed, just one, if he was ever running towards Zillion. And Zillion's auto attacks, which are the second weakest in the entire game, would do one more damage to Volibear.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was like Riot, like even like built upon like their slight rivalry,
That's fun.
and added that into the game.
I do love that.
So
I
it's
do
like
love
it's
that.
not uncommon for rioters to like do things like that. Like Mort Dog, we're just never gonna have Rammus in the game. Why? Because F you. That's it. Yeah.
Which is fun. I mean, it's nice having
Yeah.
personality there.
Same thing with Ninja. All the Ninja champions. I don't know if you guys know that.
Like Shanna, Kali,
Do you know what happens
Kennen.
if they all play on the same team? They all lose health.
Really?
Yep.
Did not know that.
Yep. It's also the same with TFT where you have one ninja or four ninja, but like you can't have them in between. Yeah, in League of Legends, if you play, the more ninjas you play, the less health they have.
Interesting.
Yep. Yeah, because there's only supposed to be like one shadow ninja or whatever.
Right.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yep. So
That's really cool.
yeah.
That is cool.
Wow.
That's pretty interesting.
All this is stuff I'm never going to learn because I'm never going to play League of Legends again.
No?
Yeah.
You done?
I don't even remember you trying it.
I've tried. I probably wasn't there with you when I did try it.
yeah.
I played it a few times. Maybe I should be more open.
No, you don't have to.
I don't know. I just see it as like crack, you know? And it's like, if you were my friend and you saw me trying crack, right, you'd want to like slap the pipe out of my hand.
Ooh, last fun fact. There are tons of them, but this is also.
Did crack remind you of this?
No.
Okay.
I just want to say another unique interaction. So
Speaking of
Rengar, every time he kills someone, he gets he has a special item called the Bone Tooth Necklace. It used to be an actual item that you had to buy from the shop, which was really cool because he was like one of the only champions that did that. But anyways, now they just made it into like a special item that's above him. Every time you get a kill, you just get more percentage AD. So it's like really cool when you can kill everyone on the map. You get a bunch of free gold worth of stats. Well, if he kills Kha'Zix, his jump range and vision enhance. He's the only character in the entire game that does that. Everyone has the same vision. I don't know if you guys know this. Only Rengar can enhance his vision by killing Kha'Zix. And he gets jump range that can jump from the bush to the turret.
Really?
From the first turret. It's absurd.
Insane.
And if Kha'Zix, he evolves his abilities throughout the game per level. and he has 4 abilities, but only gets 3 evolve points. And so if he kills Rengar, he
Yes,
gets
the 4.
all 4 evolve
Really?
points.
Nice.
And some people are like, yeah, that makes like, I mean, playing against them is so broken when they have the access to all those tools.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that can only be achieved if they're both against each other.
I love that.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. Even in a ranked game, by the way, all these special things are actually even in ranked games.
Yeah.
Riot actually does not like untake them out for
That's
that.
cool.
So they could even happen in Worlds then, right?
Yeah. They added like 4 or 5 new ones this season.
Really?
Oh,
And
interactions?
it kind of flew under the radar. I was really
Really?
surprised.
Nice.
More people weren't talking about it. Like Kale and Aatrox are arch nemesis, and if like Aatrox kills Kale twice before Kale kills Aatrox twice, because they can't die on their first death.
Yeah.
Aatrox gets his ult for like 4 extra seconds
Oh my god.
and grows twice the size. So
Really?
he's just massive. And Kale's is the most broken of all of these things. She gets her shield for like 2 extra seconds
Wow.
and extra range on her auto attacks. So
Like
she
for the
lo-
rest of the game or just
yeah,
her next?
permanently.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's not fair.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, like if someone locks in Kale, you don't play Aatrox because it's too scary that you could
Like the
actually-
chance of failing, yeah.
So
Or it's the
anyways.
biggest dick move there is because you're like, I'm definitely going to destroy her.
All right, seriously, last thing.
Yeah.
They killed Gangplank for like a week.
like in the lore, they just
In
nerfed
the
him
game.
to crap.
Because of the lore, they removed him from the game.
Oh, really?
Really?
Could not pick him. Even professional play could not pick him.
Really?
And then they
Wow.
redid him to where now he has his classic barrels, where he can like throw barrels out.
Why? What happened in the lore then?
You'd have to go back and read it, but essentially
Sheesh.
Misfortune killed him. Yeah, there was like this crazy thing where like I forget what it was. If he kills Misfortune, like she would have died or something like that. I can't even remember. This is like over 10 years ago at this
Yeah.
point.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, basically he was killed in the lore, and so he was permanently disabled, and then they completely reworked him.
Really?
Yep. Now he's one of the 4 specialists in the game. So
I miss Mercenary. Mercenary was fun.
yeah.
But maybe it's weird. I don't like Kim Baron all that much.
I love how we open
Yeah,
up this
I don't like
podcast.
it
We're talking about TFT.
yeah,
It's just
well,
gonna keep happening.
once we
So much
once
fun.
we play
It is.
different
It is.
things.
Yeah.
It'll-
Well, I
it'll
just
change.
got a PS5 Pro coming to me, so
Oh, really?
Yeah, just ordered that,
I will be playing a lot of Sony games. Put it that way,
What,
and some Microsoft games.
What are you looking forward to the most?
Finishing the Uncharted series
Okay.
because I already have it on
Yeah.
my PlayStation
Yeah.
account. And then I think I'm going to play Ratchet and Clank,
Ratchet and Clank?
the newest one, right?
Yeah.
That came out. Yeah.
Skip it.
Oh, okay.
Go straight to God of War.
You know, I was thinking about that, but only the more recent ones because the earlier ones do not.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. I could
The
do, what
open
is that,
world
5
ones.
and 6? Or 4 and 5?
Well, just God of War and God of War Ragnarok.
All right, yeah, those two.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd play those two.
Hell.
Have you played Elden Ring yet?
Not my style, but
Okay.
I actually do plan on trying it out.
Elden Ring is pretty beautiful on the PlayStation.
When you play it, I will.
But I won't have a
down-
disc drive because
Okay.
it's only digital.
Well, so the disc drive,
probably
although
buy
it
one, though.
allows you to get around the DRM,
Right.
you're still downloading the game to your hard drive, so you're not saving on any space.
Oh,
with
I'm
the
not
disc
worried
drive.
about space. I'm just gonna buy
Yeah.
external.
But I'm saying the disc drive doesn't save you on space.
Yeah.
so,
But I'm saying I can't go pick up cheap
Yeah.
games from
No.
like GameStop or like, hey, can I borrow your game
Right.
just to try it out? It's like that's not possible.
Yeah.
But I'll get a disc drive
Yeah.
later.
Well, just let me know when you play it or are interested, because then I will re-download it.
You can also, if you only plan on playing, but
Yeah, no,
if you
go for
only
it.
play the PlayStation or the Sony published games, you can just get their premium subscription and get access to everything.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah, that just makes the most sense.
That way I don't have to pay for.
Right.
a
And then
lot
if
of
you
stuff.
ever stop playing your PlayStation for a while, you just
Yeah.
cancel it for a couple months or something.
Yeah.
Or you can sometimes catch like annual deals where you get the whole like year's
Collection.
worth like 40% off.
Oh, wow.
Of the
Okay.
premium
Oh, wow.
subscription.
Okay.
So those are something to look out for.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, I've only probably put 5 hours of gaming in the last. I mean, because I went full time at my other job
Yeah.
last week, so I come home and I probably, I do a lot of chores now. I'm just trying to get in the groove because I know the kid's coming soon. So it's
Right.
like, as soon as I get home, I do all the dishes from the previous day, and then I try to do half or a full load of laundry. So by then it's 6. Then I go down. I might answer some emails and stuff.
What if?
So I get an hour and a half to play TFT, and then I'm in bed at 8.
What if you get like a really nice wrist strap thing, and just while you're doing it, you play TFT Mobile the whole time, like you're putting your load in.
It was actually pretty hard whether I was going to get a PS5 Pro or a laptop. So
You can't fit a laptop on your wrist.
No, but I could fit a laptop on my bed.
Right.
Yeah, but you're not
Play
in your
TFT
bed
there.
doing your laundry.
But I got my phone.
You're getting a Pro that's $700.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a decent gaming laptop for $700.
No, I'd have to buy something used.
Yeah.
Like higher end, but used.
And usually used laptops are already burnt out.
I know.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like, I was like, okay, that's fine. Plus, I haven't owned a console in a long time.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to do it.
Welcome back to controller, baby.
Well, we'll see. I'm
Dude,
still
you're just
going to
gonna
probably
plug
use a
in
lot of mouse and
I
keyboard.
wonder if you can play God of War with mouse and keyboard on PlayStation.
You can.
Can you?
It supports it.
Confirmed?
Yeah, I 100% know you can.
Oh.
But I don't think I would. That game I probably use controller.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
It's meant for that.
But like all the shooters,
You can't do Valorant or Siege with a keyboard and mouse.
Yeah,
PlayStation.
I don't want to play Siege. That's just
Yeah.
that's a
Wait,
competitive
are
game.
you going to pick up Fortnite?
Nope. I want to play all the COD games.
I would have a Fortnite party if you did.
I bet you would. Moving on.
You like Fortnite?
I have played it and enjoy it every
I enjoy it too.
several months once I open it up.
Yes, it's very good.
Yeah,
I would much rather play Fortnite than any other battle royale.
Yeah.
I think I'll try to play some Warzone with Mert or whatever if I'm up.
you will
being
have
the
to be
kid.
you will have to be up very late.
Yeah, that'll never happen.
Then you will never play.
There are rumors that the next Call of Duty won't integrate with Warzone.
Interesting.
That would probably be for the better.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm surprised we don't talk about COD as much on this.
We should because
We should
they're
talk
in a
about
very
COD more.
scummy state right now.
Really?
You know what? Bring it up right now.
Yeah, let's do it.
You know
Dive into it.
that you can. So they promote microtransactions on death now. They're
What, like revive for like 50 cents or something?
no. It's very
Lost opportunity. If they're
it's very like under the radar in the way they do it. It's so you know how they sell blueprints of guns.
yeah.
And they very specifically build these blueprints on what ends up being broken builds, right? So the previous season, a bunch of people like level up certain attachments for these new guns. So like the previous Battle Pass guns, right? Mm-hmm. And so everyone like figures out what the meta is like because the grinders like really just they unlock all the
No,
attachments.
the
for these
min-maxing,
guns.
it's
Yep.
just too much fun.
And then what Call of Duty does is they take the effort of the min-maxing from last season, they bundle it into a blueprint, and they sell that then as a way for you to pay for that power because it's already been grinded out that that's a meta build.
Yep.
Now they're going to build it and sell it to the players that don't want to grind for it for like $20
Yeah,
because they'll put it in a bundle. Well, guess what? Now when you get killed by one of those purchasable bundles,
Really?
they'll give a little tiny indicator at the bottom that you can wish list that bundle by holding a button. And so that way when you go back to the store after the game is over,
It's in
you can
that.
buy that gun that just killed you.
Okay, it's really interesting because these devs...
Is that not ridiculous?
No, these devs have psychologists working for
Yes.
them, right?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
it's like, okay, how old do you guys think the average Warzone player is?
26.
I was going to say 25, so I'm glad we're close.
Yeah.
Okay? And you know what a 25, 26-year-old is doing? They're probably out of college, but
Yep.
they're 100% full-time at their jobs.
Yep.
You know what, man? I bet the average
probably have
25-year-old
a
right
roommate.
now, you know, they're just like, dude, I just worked 40, 45 hours.
Yep.
I just want to come home and relax.
Right.
And these psychologists are like, dude, we got to create a problem that it takes so long to grind these out.
Mm-hmm.
These guys, our main player base, can't even play the game enough to unlock it.
Yep.
So the problem that we created, let's just monetarily bypass it because they have money.
Yep. Exactly.
It's disgusting.
It's so gross. It's
Cosmetics.
so gross.
I honestly don't see how anyone gets angry with cosmetics, even if there's
Sure.
a $500 skin
Yeah.
in the game.
Because it's completely optional
Who
and doesn't affect
cares?
gameplay. Yeah, but
Well,
this,
it's just a status
whales,
thing.
let the whales
It's nothing
buy
that
it.
it doesn't
Keep the game
adjust the
free.
skill whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's
It
just
doesn't at
status.
all. But when you have stuff like that, dude,
Yep.
and if that's what causes you to go bankrupt, dude, well, then we don't deserve the product.
yeah. I mean, is there any way to put the genie back in the bottle? I don't think there is.
No,
Yeah.
not for them.
Yeah,
Absolutely
no.
not. Because Microsoft ain't going to put any stop to
Yeah,
it. That's
right.
driving their Game Pass.
Yeah, exactly.
sales.
And like other games are going to like just keep innovating on microtransactions because that's where half the innovation is. It's not even just like making a better game. It's whatever game you do have, just find a better way to put microtransactions into it
Yep.
and extract more revenue from it. And
it's
if you don't
just-
do it, you're just losing your market share, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy to me, man. Like Marvel Rivals, right? I feel like now I haven't launched that game in two months.
Yeah.
But they only had like what 3 skins per character in
At
the
launch,
game.
yeah.
But they didn't have a lot of characters either, in my opinion.
No, not yet.
And I was surprised. I was
I
like,
mean, they've
this-
got a huge pool to pull from.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
They'll
yeah,
get there.
yeah. But I was surprised. I was like, oh, I expected there to be more skins, but I never looked to see how much they were charging. But most of the skins look pretty poor.
Right. I didn't feel the necessary to buy anything.
And I hate to just be like the guy who's always kissing up to Riot, but it's like most of Riot skins are like incredible for League of Legends characters. They're like full voiceovers, like all this work, and it's like with I think the Valorant skins are so bad for value.
Really? The gunspray?
Yeah, I think they're so bad.
I guess.
He's right.
Yeah.
I haven't felt the need to ever buy a gun.
It's not even that. It's
like maybe 1 or 2.
It's just like I know the effort that went into League of Legends skin animation, all that was so much more. Now it's a gun, it's not a person.
Yeah,
you can only
you
do
see-
so much,
Right.
but they're priced higher.
They are.
They're
Yeah.
priced higher than League of
Right.
Legends skins.
Yeah, I
know.
was about to say something about like, well, it shows up on your.
Well, and the
like-
reason they can justify that price, though, is because of the Counter-Strike economy.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Well, they're like, hey, this is what the market is willing to pay.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, people buy it.
Yeah. It.
And there are more characters in League of Legends than there are guns in Valorant, right? You know, and a lot of people
yeah.
are just like they just want one gun
I don't
skin.
know of any other game that has more characters than
Than
League of
League.
Legends.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, how long has it been out and been
That
successful?
makes a good point too, because of like what you were saying last episode, where nobody solos a League of Legends character, right? They play a lane, and so
Oh, like in the higher elo, right? Yeah.
So
yeah,
if
yeah,
you're
yeah,
playing
yeah.
a lane, you're playing like 3 to 5 characters. You're probably going to want a skin for each of them. They can't be technically they can't be charging as much as like a single gun would. When like a lot of Valorant players, like they have their go-to gun. It's
Yeah.
either the Vandal or it's
Oh.
the
Yeah,
Phantom.
yeah, they
Right.
might
Yeah,
play.
yeah, yeah,
they might
yeah.
play multiple like agents.
Yeah.
but
Right.
once they get to their buy rounds, they're always getting the Vandal.
Yep.
Right? Maybe they never buy a single Marshall skin.
Right.
They just have a friend the one friend who has a Marshall skin, and they
Or
skin swap.
they grind the
But-
battle pass and they have the battle pass.
Yeah,
skin.
battle
Yeah,
pass
see,
will
that-
get you a few.
That was the thing with me and Counter-Strike. Like, I wanted to buy the entire Redline collection because I'm like, ooh, that's a
Yeah.
cool looking skin.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but I'll never use these guns. I don't like these guns.
Right.
So I just bought it for the 2 guns that I liked.
Yep.
Right. And I paid like $20 for both of them a long time
Which is
ago.
great.
Yeah.
Counter-Strike, yeah.
Yeah.
I should know this, but like in League esports, Pro League, are pros playing with their skins?
With their team skins or just skins on?
Skins on.
Yeah, only Faker doesn't.
Because
Because of course. he
Yeah,
doesn't.
exactly. And
He
they-
won't use his skin for any reason. He's only been recorded 3 times using skins. 2 of them were complete accidents. Someone was checking his computer out in a practice tool, and he didn't notice that a skin was selected.
Gotcha.
And
That's
then
funny.
he used a skin for a charity event.
Oh, cute.
Yeah,
and that's it.
And that's it.
What a badass.
He literally, like the first day his $500 signature skin came out, everyone's like, no way, he's gonna use it. Nope, didn't even use it.
Wow.
Everyone's like, I can't believe Riot didn't have something
Like make it.
Like,
yeah.
you
put a
have
gun to his
right?
head.
yeah.
He's like, nope. He
Sorry.
actually said I remember he had an interview. He was like, thank you so much for everyone supporting me and buying the skin. Someone goes, "Where you use it?" He goes, "I only use classic skins." Yeah, he doesn't use skins. He doesn't like the animations of us because some of the skins have slightly different animations.
Yeah.
He doesn't like that.
Have you seen all the animations that Valorant gun skins have?
I've seen quite a few. Yeah,
Quite a few of them.
Yeah.
I will say
Some of them are cool.
some of them are really
for
cool.
me,
Yeah.
I want audio. I want
Some of
audio.
them
Yeah, some of them have audio. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and a lot of them have like the thing you can look at them, right?
Yeah,
like when you're not.
Yeah, yeah.
I
No,
mean, don't
it
do
is
that in the
cool.
middle of a
It is
gunfight.
cool, but it's just like it just feels nowhere near like the level of what Riot's doing with League of Legends.
Maybe, but you also don't play Valorant, so it seems
No,
like
no,
you just
no.
aren't as into it.
I'm saying Valorant is better than basically everyone else too.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I think League of Legends. I think this is why League of Legends is successful because of the skin lines. They have separate books written about their skin lines. They have completely alternate lores. Like all the project skins, they have full books based on project, full different lores based on skin lines.
That's
Like,
because they're
that's-
alternate realities.
I know, but I'm saying like that's the level that they go into.
Right.
It's
But
not
there-
just what's the skin that looks cool. They actually build stories behind the skin.
So is
lines.
there a story behind Bunny Suit Anima Misfortune?
the whole Anima Squad?
Yeah.
that's a whole.
Yeah, they're
other-
a pop band or something.
My birthday
Yeah,
is
it's a
July
whole other
21st, just in case. I mean, I know yours is coming up, but
Yeah, mine's
just
the end of the
reminding
month. I forget
you. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to
Yeah, we're going to
Appleton.
Yeah, that'll be lit.
I know. It's like I was like, man, what am I gonna do? I'm probably not gonna do anything. And then I realized, it's an excuse for everyone to come see the new location.
Exactly, and do arena fighting. I cannot wait.
That'll
With
be
the
really
best.
sick.
Yes.
That'll be really
The best.
sick. I'm excited.
The best are crazy.
Oh man, I go so hard in VR too.
I should bring some booze, right?
If you want to bring me a Whitney Neal Quince, you wouldn't be the only one.
They,
With the whole venue is ours, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
of
a
course.
Monday.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I will try to find it, but the distributor has been struggling. We can't.
Woodman's has it.
We are having to buy. We are having to change the formula of Justin's favorite, which has been stable since the previous location, because they cannot find rhubarb and ginger gin made by Whitley Neal. They cannot find. They can't get Quince. Like the distributor themselves are saying
where is
that, like
that
they're not
made?
even.
I hope that's
England.
just
It's a
because-
kind of gin, so it's like a
Yeah.
classic English thing.
I hope it's only because like it's just so good that everyone's buying it, not because they're like.
I don't believe that's the case, because we've never had. It's not like they suddenly made an advertising campaign that like changed the game. But we've been trying to get more rhubarb and ginger gin for
It would be
months.
the actual saddest thing of my entire adult life
If Quince goes away,
disappeared.
I can appropriate the bottle that's like half full.
I would just be so sad. Dude.
I can go to like Woodman's and
I mean,
stuff.
it'll
I'll
give
find
you
one.
an excuse to open your own brewery or whatever they do to distill it.
Yeah.
Yeah, full on distillery.
But yeah, so
Vin Distillery, Vin Distillery.
Distillery.
Yeah.
I think I just wanted to get back to the skins conversation stuff. Like I've wondered too, like it's so expensive to make a game. And like we look at Concord.
Concord.
No, we look away from
We look
Concord.
away from it.
We
but it's
look
like,
away.
The numbers were like what, $400 million.
Yeah.
It's
I
like-
can't believe that number.
And
I
I'm just
still
like-
can't believe it.
I'm pretty sure that throws a marketing budget. Whenever you hear like a game costs this
Oh,
much,
of course.
because like whenever you hear
But
how
what
much a movie
marketing
costs,
did you see out of Concord? So is that
That's-
even
yeah.
legit?
I don't know.
Like there wasn't a Super Bowl
Because
ad coming out.
They were
of that?
convinced it was going to be their next big franchise. Like they thought it was going to be like Star Wars
Yeah.
Battlefront,
Yeah.
like Legacy.
I think-
did.
Well, and if they actually advertised it right,
Then maybe.
so like first of all, when did we all hear about Concord?
only
Like,
when it was killed.
a month before it came out.
Oh, I
It was
only heard
me.
about it when it was
but yeah,
killed.
most people after it was killed, it's just like, how is this not being developed as like a full lore, like immersive type of experience before they're launching this
Yeah.
brand new IP?
I mean, I'm super stoked for the new shooter that Bungie's making.
Oh yeah,
But we haven't-
Marathon.
No, is it Marathon?
It is Marathon.
The one with the ship is like punched through the moon.
Yes.
I don't remember it being called Marathon.
Yep, that's what it's called.
That's pretty
It's
sweet.
an extraction loot shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Is it
could use one of
Marathon?
those.
It's Marathon. They're finally coming back to Marathon.
Yeah, I know it's.
Because their first game was called Marathon.
Yes.
Yep.
So
it's a reboot.
That's sick.
And it's going to be a hero extraction shooter. So it's going to blend Escape from Tarkov with
The hero shooter genre,
Yeah.
Marvel Rivals, Overwatch.
It is Marathon. For some reason, I thought it was
I could
custom.
get into that hard. I could really get
Okay,
into that.
I've been like, we hardly hear anything about it,
Yeah.
but it's like, I'm like, that is one of the games that I'm waiting because I want to know.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I think Bungie is very good.
They
at
are.
what they do.
They are.
And they've been riding off of Destiny,
Destiny.
and it's time to put the old dog down, dude.
Yeah, it is time.
I can't believe that
I'm
game.
doing the final raid right now with the guild.
Yeah,
And-
that is League of Legends in its own. Like the fact that game is still supported, still has an active player base.
Yeah.
You're
That's
probably going to be
admirable.
very disappointed
So
with
the
Marathon,
final
right?
the final boss mode is actually a 12-player matchmaking mode.
Really?
So it doesn't matter how many you have in your party, you're getting matchmake with enough
8
people
other
to
people,
do
right?
well,
Or
8
6.
or 11, whatever.
Oh, okay.
Because you need 12 people to do the mission.
Jeez.
And so it's a full multiplayer lobby, but just for a solo, like, single player experience, technically, right?
Wow.
And you can still, to this day, matchmake a full lobby to go take down the witness
Really?
in the
That's pretty
final
cool.
mission.
That's lit.
We just
That's
did
Do
it
you
lit.
think they'll
a week
ever
ago.
release Destiny 2
No.
for like
There's actually-
the entire game that you can just
No.
play through? About
There's one
600
reason
to
why it could
800
never
hours?
be done.
Why?
Because there's a lawsuit against the Red War campaign that it was stolen from this guy who published a story very similar to it in an
To
online.
Destiny?
The Red War
was a like
campaign.
expansion?
It was the first campaign within Destiny 2.
Okay.
And so he's suing Bungie right now for a copyright infringement. And
Is this going to be
They
another
s-
Tool situation
they
where because of Alban
stated-
Arb, we didn't get Tool for like 15 years?
they stated in the court filing or whatever that they did on their part as the defendant that the game is not playable anymore. That there's actually
Oh,
no
dude,
working
there's-
copy of that
There's
campaign.
so much more money in bringing it back than paying that guy off.
The
though.
thing is, though, is Destiny 3 is being made. There's no reason to go back to Destiny 2.
How do you know Destiny 3 is being made?
Oh, yeah, they confirmed it. Yeah,
All right.
Bungie knows it.
We'll figure it
Yeah.
out.
That's being developed beside Marathon.
Oh, that's probably not a
And
good
there
idea.
were 2 other like sub-projects being developed in secret that actually got canceled when the merge happened with Sony or when Sony purchased them.
Huh.
Because Sony came in and gutted a bunch of non-efficient
Interesting.
things.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, I didn't hear anything about Marathon until it was canceled. So it's
Marathon hasn't been canceled.
Man, Concord. But we
Marathon's
still, I mean,
strong.
Marathon has, they better be polishing the crap out of that game because they announced
I
that
would
game
imagine they
2
would.
years ago.
I mean, think how good the Destiny engine is. I know you haven't played it, but it is fantastic. This is the best.
Isn't it just Frostbite?
It's definitely Bungie's version of it. If
I
it
think
is.
it's a Frostbite. It's like,
We should look that up.
It's
immediately.
butchered. it's butchered,
It is
but
so good.
yeah, well, Frostbite's amazing.
Frostbite is amazing. But Destiny's engine is by far
The
my
game
favorite
is
shooter
very
engine.
smooth. It's very, very smooth for sure. Yeah. Yeah. In other news, we already talked about TFT a lot. But,
We did talk about TFT a lot.
But yeah,
Tiger engine.
I'm probably pushing for Diamond, and then I'll probably be pushing for Diamond Saturday night.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that like on Sunday when you were going to play all day?
It's their own
Did I-
engine. It's
did
the
I play all
Tiger
day?
engine.
No, I got back and you didn't want to play with me, and Forrest said you didn't
Bro,
want to
that
play
was
with
that night. I played all day.
Okay. It was like 6 o'clock.
I will say though, man, dude, I tried to play a game of League of Legends. This guy got mad, ran it down on my team.
Like
then-
entered the whole game, or what?
Yeah, and then another guy got mad and entered the whole game, and then Riot banned them both. But I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How deflating.
I
Yeah.
was deflated, but I was like, dude, it's 10 times more energy to play League than it is to play TFT.
Yes.
And
Oh,
after
absolutely.
working a full week, 6 days, I'm like, oh, and I also detailed my car after work.
Oh.
I'm like, I can't take the risk.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
I can't take the risk
No.
of not having a good time.
Right.
If
It's
I
too
go
much.
8th in League because, I spent 100 gold and just didn't hit the
In
two-star four cost
TFT, yeah.
in TFT, I'm just like, you can tell how tired I am already.
Yeah.
I'm just like, get him next time. I wasn't sitting there, no! I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, always a first. Wife comes down, hey, can you help me move something? Yeah, sure, just get up.
Yeah.
Go do it. Oh no, I lost a round. It's a first. It's like wow,
yeah,
dude.
yeah,
This
yeah.
game was made for boomers, and
Yes, it's true. It's true. It's true.
the 3 out of the 4 challenger players that are on my friends list, 2 of them have a reference to like TFT retirement home. They're not even ranked in
That's
Summer's
so
Rift
funny.
right now. Because it's just so much work.
Yeah, it's
The
a
older
lot.
you get, and it's like chess players actually burn like 3,000 calories. Grandmasters
Yep,
do when
yep.
they're playing a
Think-
game like
yep.
that.
Tournament, yeah.
And like straight up, like it actually feels like a calorie deficient game. But I'm like, dude, I just don't want to go hard like that anymore,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Well, it's great because in TFT, like being young still, like it's great for us aging people, but like being young, being able to do all of that mental work and being able to re-roll as fast as possible and
everything
pivot
takes
quickly,
skill.
it does. And so like you're still able, like it can be appealing to us, but still have like a skill incentive for young
remember
players.
I was trying to help you pivot, but I couldn't like even articulate. I'm like, oh, you have
Like
to do
how
this.
fast I have to move.
Yeah, I was like, it was me, him, and Austin, and I was like, dude, you got to pivot here. You got to move here. Do this fast.
It's hard.
And you were like,
It's-
and I'm like,
yeah.
That definitely didn't help. I wasn't articulating very well.
This last week, I was playing a game. Somebody ended up buzzing, and so I had to run downstairs and then come back, and so I like lost. But I had 2 prismatic augments. One of them was giving me a random emblem each stage.
Oh, yeah.
And then the next one was giving me damage amp and something else, maybe health, for every bronze level
Bronze
trait
for
I
life.
had. Yeah.
That
So
is
that
a
combo
free
was
win. That's a free win.
Yeah, but I had to run downstairs and I couldn't pivot and I got 8th.
No.
You won in your heart.
No.
It just like it was so cool because I
That's
was doing
so
so
sad.
much like mental work, and then I'm like, oh yeah, this is why I don't want to be on phone and buzzer.
Let's talk about some Valorant.
It's an idle game until it isn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Think fast.
Yeah, but no, Valorant was great. Last episode we were in the middle of Masters Bangkok. We had just finished the Swiss stage up, and we were going on to playoffs. Playoffs were pretty cool. Playoffs were really impressive. All things considered, one of the best Masters events I've ever seen, and the final between T1 and G2 is arguably the best match of Valorant ever played.
Wow.
It went to all 5
watch
maps.
that then. If you say something like that,
It was actually
I'll
exceptional,
watch.
and it
went to
do you-
nearly last round,
do you-
didn't it?
Which
if
was
all
it?
of the numbers would spoil it,
that's.
if it doesn't matter, okay, because I would
read synopsis plots to movies before I go watch them.
good, yeah, I would do too. So like the coolest thing besides the gameplay, right, and the strats, one of the coolest things about this game is that each match got closer. Or each map. So first map, T1 goes down to G2 5-13, right? The next map, T1 takes it, but it's 13-9. Then G2 takes it 13-11 on Abyss. Then Split goes to overtime, T1 15, G2 13. Then an even longer overtime, T1 wins 16-14 on Pearl. So each game goes more rounds. Like there are some games where like it's really close in the first map, but like the team that picked the map loses, and so then they just get deflated, and then they just bomb out the rest of it, right? Like this
Momentum is huge.
this was getting better at every stage. Also, interestingly, even though T1 won, T1 going into the event in like some power rankings, like Plat Chat is a very popular like podcast with like Sideshow and Bran, and then they former Overwatch casters. Now they cast Valorant, and they do this podcast on the side, and then like various other casters. They've ranked T1 8th going into the playoffs, like power rankings, and it was not unwarranted.
Classic Korean hate.
And it was not
About the
unwarranted.
racism.
T1 wasn't even the best team in Korea. And Korea Pacific wasn't even the best region.
You guys have no idea. T1's never the best in their own region until they win everything.
They definitely weren't the best all of the previous events in Valorant. But like, so they going in, they did not look great. And then they're like chaotic. G2 is quintessential like nerds. They do all of the strats beforehand. They min-max to the max. They are absolutely they innovated the strategy of when you lose the pistol round, they all just jump off the map on Abyss because they don't want to give any alt orbs. They don't want to give any money for getting a kill. They don't want to.
They're legal?
Yeah, it's totally. I mean, there were people who like thought it was against the spirit of the game.
I mean, it is.
Yeah, but then the counter argument to that is, well, what about the people dying to Spike? People have been dying to Spike on the anti-eco round for ages because they don't want to give that stuff up. How is just jumping off the map different than waiting until the bomb goes off and then like not showing your head and then just like running into the explosion?
If Riot wanted to get rid of something like that, they could.
They could. But so like Gigi's that kind of team. And last year they were excellent, but their head duelist Icy was like closer to tier 2 talent. G2 was an Ascension team. They had been really good when the Guard, who was the same ownership organization as the Los Angeles Gladiators in the Overwatch League, like they had done pretty well in early tier 2 Valorant, but then the org went under and the team was left without an org, so they got stuck in tier 2, even though they were arguably tier 1 quality, but they kept grinding. They end up getting to Ascended because they win the tier 2 championship in North America, get to tier 1. Last year they were really good, but their duelist was a little lacking. Now they have a really impressive duelist, Jogamo. He is a Yoru expert, and it's right as teams are getting really good at Yoru. Yoru is like one of the more like cerebral duelists.
Right.
He's got a teleport, so like he can send a little like teleporting.
Is he the one that also makes a clone of himself?
Yes.
Yeah, that guy always messes me up.
Did I send
that
you
guy
guys?
Always messes me up. Everyone's like, "How could you fall for that?" I'm like,
well, you just play as him.
Did I send you guys in the chat like in the tournament there was like a guy who did a fake clone play? With that, like Durka on Vitality, which is like one of the European super teams, they got 4th. They were pretty good, but knowing that so many people recognize the Yoru clone by the fact that it just like walks forward, right? And if you shoot it, you get flashed and show the other team that you're there. A lot of teams, if they have the opportunity, will not shoot it.
You're not holding him.
And so the guy pretends he sends the clone, but he's just walking, like totally like he doesn't. He's not spinning his gun or anything. He just walks and then he keeps pressing W into the wall. And then he turns and gets 2 shots on people who are expecting. They're like, "Where's the follow up?" And he wins the round off that, and it was absolutely crazy.
You gotta keep him honest.
You do. You got to shoot those clones because the one time you don't, it's when it's when it's not a clone. But no, the game was absolutely excellent. Both teams deserved it. Interestingly, for the full 5 map series, no one on T1 went positive in their KD.
Whoa.
The best players were tied for -2 on the 5 map.
Wow.
Yeah. And then 3 or 4 out of the 5 G2 players went positive for the series.
That's gotta be really hard actually for no one to go positive.
Yeah, I mean like on individual maps they did. Right?
Sure,
but like for the full
overall,
right. Overall in the series that they won 3-2. Part of it is because like it got closer and closer, and the first map that they lost, it was a 5-13. So all you need are a few that are
like
like
the main blowout there.
Yeah, that was the big one. But absolutely exceptional game. And pretty well-rounded meta too. In some metas, certain characters, like when Chamber was meta, he was like above 70% like play rate. Now Tejo was the one who was picked most, and he only had a 56% pick rate.
Yeah, so not even that. Is he new?
He's a new character. He's really good.
That's not even that bad because new means busted.
Yeah, exactly. So like top 5 agents right now, only 4 of them are over 40. Tejo's at 56, Omen's at 54, and in the past, Omen has been like above 60 because he's a great smoker.
They nerfed him a little bit though.
They did. Yeah, you can no longer put your smokes, like you can't wedge them into a spot in the wall. So you can't do as many one-ways. It used to be that like when I would nerd out a little bit, I would like look up these Omen one-ways because there were you know like the texture inside the wall that you can't see, but like it's a platform you can put it
People
on there.
And their practice tools, practicing smokes to me is super cool, but also super like, holy crap, like it's just not my thing.
Yeah, I would never be the one to innovate. Exactly.
Yeah, but it's like if you use this pixel, blink twice, sneeze, and then use the movement of your mouse from that sneeze, you'll end up here.
Yeah.
Look at the stock market price. Look at the sun. 2 centimeters down, throw it.
Yeah. Dude, and like sometimes like all the work that goes into it, you don't see until like the one round where such and such a lineup happens, right? They like a team will not like on Bind. There are a couple of places where there's like a lattice in the ceiling so that if you aim from like across the map at just the right angle, the thing will go through the lattice and then land. And like they won't do that at all until like second half, one round where it lines up and you're just like, they were just holding this for the whole time. How many other things do they have? Like
why would you train with any sort of like technique like that the characters themselves wouldn't train themselves in the lore? You know what I mean? It's like,
well, the characters themselves wouldn't. I mean, like they make
you
a
can win money for us.
Well, yeah, but the characters themselves wouldn't come back to life for 24 rounds in a regulation game after dying.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, Forrest, you idiot.
The whole point is you run, you die.
I thought they had like respawn ability in Valorant. Isn't that part of the lore?
No, the lore is that there are like 2 copies of every agent from like a negative version of the world. So like the lore counts for there being a jet on your side and a jet on the other side. The lore does not explain why
they get to revive.
Gotcha. Yeah.
You know, finding all those little pocket spots and stuff, sometimes it does work out. I'm reminded of the CS:GO moment. I don't know which the teams were. I think it was 2 EU teams where they were boosting on the map with the sewers, and then there's like the SWAT truck. They could boost up, and they were able to snipe over the map and just kill everyone. Are you familiar with this? Yeah, and it was like super against like spirit of the law.
Yeah,
because it's like the enemy team was like they actually like had to call a pause, so they thought
they were cheating.
Yeah, and then they're like, nope, they're not, and so they couldn't like walk out because there's no vision.
Yeah,
and then it took them like I don't know how many rounds to like finally figure out where the shots were coming from so they could avoid it. But it was like they were being wall hacked.
Yeah.
And it's like, as a commissioner.
Yeah, why would that be allowed?
Yeah, but it's kind of crappy too because like how are you going to pause the game right then and there? I mean, I guess you could, but I don't know what CS:GO's capability is to like walk back because they didn't do it the first round of that match. They did it later.
Well, you can't buy a sniper in the first round.
Well, I feel like in that situation,
but it's
just like okay, you guys got that round, but if you do it again, we're gonna give that round.
Well, and obviously it's a 0-day attack. You know, it's like once it's known, it's lost a lot of its weight.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. But it's just, and they did patch it where you couldn't boost up there anymore. But it was just like it's one of those situations like it wasn't meant to be boosted. A player found out that they could, makes it legal.
Yeah. Like they're in Val, there are like some exploits that until they patch it out, like it's in the middle of a tournament, they're not going to release the big patch. But it's just you'll
like a hot fix.
You won't be able to you get penalized if you do it in game. Yep.
Riot, they penalize you. Interesting. Riot does the opposite. They will just disable the champ completely if the champ has a bug that's game breaking, but only in the negative sense. They won't disable a champion if it has a positive game breaking bug. So like good for you and bad for the enemy. They won't ban it. Bad for you, they'll ban it. They'll like take it out of rotation. They'll disable it. But what they do is they give the coaches a list of every known bug
That's cool.
and
That's
interaction.
Nice. That's nice.
And they have to sign off that they acknowledge.
I see.
Because
That is
then
nice.
they can't call a pause on any of those
Yep.
interactions.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
That's good.
yeah.
That's good.
So
No, that's good. Just to wrap up the Valorant. So yeah, great Masters event. Recent.
I was just gonna say we could.
Oh yeah, we can.
We could skip those.
Oh yeah, we can do that. Well, we already.
We'll just bring it up.
Okay, yeah, sounds.
Yeah.
For Valorant, they're just state of the agents. Tejo has been really good. A lot of nerdy
What is
setup.
Tejo's class?
Tejo's an initiator. He has a drone that runs around on the ground. So kind of like, do you know Sova, the guy who goes like, and then there's like a drone that goes.
Yes,
yeah,
yeah.
it's like that, but it's on the ground. So he's got that. He also has a stun, but one of his big abilities are these salvos, where he just he pulls up his iPad. He sets 2 spots on the map, and he just sends out these
that
like
just-
mollies.
Call of Duty airstrike or something.
But it's a refreshable ability. Every 40
like-
seconds
that's
he
not
gets
his
it
ultimate?
back.
It's more like a drone
His
strike.
airstrike is like a napalm strike.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
Which is pretty dope.
it is pretty dope. And there are some like really sick plays
He's
where
my favorite character in Valorant right now.
he's really good. He's for a reason. You can set up a ton of incredible stuff with him. Breach and Tejo have been a really popular combination. G2 was using that consistently in 3 out of the maps. 3 out of the 5 maps they use that combo because you set up your breach stun to stun an area so that person can't like run, and then you send out the Tejo salvos so that in the area you stunned, in front of that position and behind that position, you have like the molly going off. It goes like boom, 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 boom. And so like consistently they would be able to get kills just because
And you clean up the rest.
Yep.
Just like a big area of a
Yep. And
it's like a control mage almost.
And those abilities,
Kind of.
they refresh every 40 seconds for both characters. So Breach, that stun refreshes every 40 seconds. For Tejo, 40 seconds you can clear this side of the map, you can clear that side of the map, and then with it's pretty crazy. Deadlock did just get some big changes. Actually, the game Deadlock is now only 3 lanes instead of 4.
Really?
Interestingly,
Wait,
yeah.
Deadlock's still going?
Yeah, Deadlock is still going.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
It's Valve.
Yeah.
I haven't even heard of the game.
Yeah, so now there are no solo
so
lanes.
long.
There are no solo lanes.
That's amazing.
Yep. Instead of being like
2-2-2?
single, double. Yep. It's
I might have to try it
2-2-2.
again, then.
Yeah. I'm looking to try it.
I
too.
felt the map was way too big.
Yeah.
They.
I played it
You
the
will
first time.
appreciate
I was
this
like,
change.
Holy crap!
Yep.
There are
map
more
is huge.
colors?
Not really. No, they're not. I mean, there are a couple more champions that have slightly different colors. But
Wow.
yeah, I want the
Actually,
colors
I never
too.
realized that the colors do actually.
Oh,
bother
it's
me.
super washed out.
do.
Yeah, I absolutely
too.
despise that.
I've often thought if they make a new League of Legends map, I actually think they might actually try to go bigger than what they have now, and I won't like it because it's just too big. Like, but yeah, I just want elevation to play.
Well, you have to make something intimate enough that you can rotate into team fights easily.
Yep.
That's a big problem with that MOBA, the MOBA one that we were playing. That's isometric.
Isometric MOBA.
That we don't
game.
play anymore.
The isometric MOBA. We don't play any.
Oh,
game.
gigantic?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that map is also. It's just.
Oh no,
big.
Supervive.
Supervive.
Oh, Supervive is a battle royale.
Yeah.
The Battle Royale MOBA. Yeah. Yeah, that was like it's hard to like rotate into team fights because
Yeah.
everyone's trying to. It's like in PUBG, like in other battle royales, like team fights with your squad is fun because you either win quick or you lose quick. But in a game like that, like you're like chasing people,
Yeah.
and it's like,
Yeah, I haven't played that in forever.
all right,
Maybe
Me
get
neither.
back.
I would rather play Fortnite, honestly.
Yeah.
If we're going to play Battle Royale.
Battle Royale.
let's go eat food.
Feel it. Yeah, let's do it. This has been great. In a couple of weeks, you will see us again for episode 3. Comment on who was most attractive today.
Really?
Yeah, and make sure you say it was a tie. All right. Have a great one, everyone.
Peace.
See ya.